Going through the sub-bass channels rather early in the morning. It's the best time really, actually. Yeah, that's a 20 hertz. Yeah, it's okay. Fader levels turned down pretty low, minus 23. So usually it'd be up at a bit higher level. 16 hertz. Turn the fader up a bit. Not too much. I can notice. I can't really hear the fundamental of the tone, but I can sense the pressure. That's not bad for JBL cinema subs, eh? I don't need any JTR at what? How much are they? Tens of thousands, really? You don't even get them with a built-in DSP, whatever. just a bit of overrated MDF, if you ask me. You know, I mean, cinemas have been doing infrasound blimmin' long before flipping JTRs all around. If anyone's experienced sense around, or some of that Dolby 70mm, I don't know, mega sound. You know, that stuff was designed to go down to 15 hertz. Yeah, it's pushing the bounds, isn't it? A bit there for 70mm magnetic. Of course, Sensorround was a sound generator. Did it pretty effective. Okay, look at that 16 hertz. Eventually, the JBLs won't be able to go down any, you know. But hey, for what they cost, cheap on eBay, I ain't gonna knock it. And besides, you know, JER, RTJs or what? Since when have they been used on a dubbing stage or in a cinema? Not even THX certified, where my JBLs are. You know, it's like buying a sub-bass speaker that's 80 inches. You know, and you just stick one of those in the room. You're still going to need to put quite a few of them in the room, and I'd, you know, I think it's going to look very claustrophobic, even though it looks claustrophobic with what I've got. If the room were a little bit bigger, yeah, maybe the 80-inch subs would be applicable for very, very, very large auditoriums, indoors or outdoors. I don't know how well they do. Yeah. But it's the big deal. You know, play 10 hertz frequency, and I think pigeons can hear that frequency pretty well. Actually, I think a little bit lower than that, pigeons. Yeah, I like pigeons. I don't like people that don't. You know, you see 16 hertz, not a problem. Oh. It's doing 12.5 out there, but every time I mute the sound I get a bumping sound. That's typical. Not much of a bumping sound when I turn it on and off there, but when I mute the sound on the SDDS, or if I mute it on the DCX, yeah, get a bumping sound, but not as much when switching on and off the sound generator. So I could take it up a bit, but I've got to watch excursion level that I don't overdo it, because anyway, because I'm not into this stupidity of the sub bass doing all that. you know, particularly when it goes up a little bit higher up in the, you know, where the rest of the frequency range, everything's got to work in tandem. Everything's got to work as like together. Otherwise, you know, screen speakers are just as important than sub bass, just as important, and surround channel as it goes, equally important, because even though they weren't going down very low in early days, and then occasionally, every now and then, mix engineers or whatever, you know, they find a way to get the surrounds, the signal to go down, or I wouldn't say lower, because it's the same magnetic track, you know. It's just say, hey, got to put in subs for the surrounds, but not a lot of cinemas done that in the past. Now, well, yeah, it's pretty common. Yeah, occasionally you get some, you know, lows in the surrounds, and just sometimes just the surround in a certain, might be a scene or whatever, and you get this really, sometimes might just go below 20, you know. I mean, magnetic soundtrack only could go down so much, so low and only so high. Not that really matters when high. I mean, low doesn't really matter, because, you know, you could play that through tactile transducers, or if you got the subs set correctly, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna be a problem. The it could, you know, you wouldn't notice it in a cinema sometimes. Cinemas have got very large, very well. They all vary in size, you know. Yeah, but yeah, it doesn't mean that I can hear a sense of pressure, but there's the other thing. You know, I've got to change the resolution on the change the scale there. That's just noise there. Me. Ooh. Oh. If I blow on the microphone, that microphone's placed underneath the cinema seating. So I've got a bit of noise there. If ground hum freaking pick up all what I'm lying on the microphone. It's not a problem, don't bother me. Let me just go back to that sine wave. Yeah, there, I thought I could see it. Just where the moving the cursor around there. There's a harmonic. You know, you're gonna get them on any amp or sub. You're gonna get a harmonic frequency there, and higher the level, you know, the more you're gonna see it. And as you go up the frequency range a little bit more through the lows, and then got to look out for these harmonics. And sometimes you can just hear it, you know. I think there's a device, I think, to filter it. You can't filter it on the amplifier. It's just not possible. The only way you do is just turn the amplifier. You just got to turn the gain level, the levels, volume down, you know. And then eventually you won't see it, because it fades, it dissipates. But I think there's a passive box as such. So you can place in filters to filter out these harmonics. But yeah, problem is, I think, is you're going to get a fundamental frequency that's going to play where that harmonic frequency is, and it might be dissipated slightly because of the filtering. It is what it is.